Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yesterday we discussed some few problems in derivatives, isn't it? Did you try that questions? Aishwarya, you asked some questions from the questions. Okay, in that questions and all, some limited questions are there. Which all the questions we are doing, do that again and again. Because only few questions are there in that concept. Otherwise, everything will be based on trigonometry. Trigonometry we don't have. Okay, we have only limited questions in this part and all. So the same questions will be repeated. The log x, e raised to x and all will be repeated. So what you have to do the same questions which one we are discussing. And if you are getting any extra questions, surely I'll be sending it to you. Okay, once we get the textbook, I think, and that book and all, we may get more questions. But here, this being the chapter syllabus is new, only few limited questions only are there. Okay, now let's recall what we learned yesterday. Can you tell me what all the things we discussed yesterday? Can you list out the topics what we discussed yesterday?
Implicit functions.
Derivatives of implicit functions. Then derivatives of implicit, explicit functions. Then we started with applications, isn't it? In applications, what we discussed, finding the
Marginal revenue and cost.
Marginal revenue and marginal cost. Finding the marginal revenue and marginal cost. How to find the marginal revenue and finding the marginal cost? Finding the marginal revenue and marginal cost.
For marginal revenue, find the derivative of the marginal cost.
Yes. Marginal revenue by the differentiating the revenue function. Okay. Derivative of revenue function will give marginal revenue. Derivative of the cost function will give marginal cost. Okay. So now one more question we can do in marginal revenue, and then we can start with increasing and decreasing functions. We'll be starting with increasing and decreasing functions. Note the question. Write this question. The total cost C of x in rupees. The total cost C of x in rupees associated with the total cost C of x in rupees associated with the production of x units of item. Associated with production of x units of an item is given by x units of an item is given by C of x is equal to is given by C of x is equal to 0.005 x cube. 0.005 x cube minus 0.02 x square. 0.02 x square plus 30x plus 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 5,000. Find the marginal cost. Find the marginal cost when 3 units are produced. Okay, where 3 units are produced. Find the marginal cost when 3 units are produced. Okay, so cost function is given. Cost function is given. We have to find the marginal cost. Find the marginal cost. When the number of units produced is, how many units are produced? Number of units produced is 3. Okay. Number of units produced is 3. Yes, Aishwarya, it's correct.
30 point.
Yes, 30.015. Is it okay? Annex, is the idea clear how to find marginal cost, marginal revenue? Is it clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Aditya, Anil is not there. Aditya, yes. Anila, Mohan, and Femina. Femina, okay. Children, every day we'll be marking your attendance. Okay. Shall we start with the next topic? Increasing and decreasing functions. Increasing and decreasing function. What is meant by increasing? Increasing function. We know increasing numbers, isn't it? If I give the sequence 2, 3, 4, 5, is it increasing or decreasing? If I give 2, 3, 4, 5, is it increasing or decreasing? Increasing. Suppose I give 100, 99, 98. It is? It is decreasing, isn't it? 100, 98, 98 means it is decreasing. So now suppose you are given a function f of x. Suppose you are given a function f of x. We want to check whether it is increasing or decreasing. Okay. So suppose when you are given a function f of x, suppose we draw the graph. Suppose I'm drawing a graph. Suppose the graph is going on like this. Look at here. The graph. Okay, suppose when I draw the graph, it is coming like this. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. Look at here. So as the value of x is increasing, f of x is we take y is equal to f of x. So here x values we will take, and here we take y is equal to f of x. Now, if the graph is like this, as the value of x is increasing, look at the value of y. This is also increasing. Okay, so here as x increases, okay, I put the arrow mark here. As x increases, f of x is also increasing. Then in such case, we call this as an increasing function. It is an increasing function. Now look at here. Suppose the graph is coming like this. What about here? As x is increasing, what happens to y? What happens to y?
Y decreases.
Y decreases. So as x is increasing, f of x is decreasing. So here we call f of x is a decreasing function. F of x is a decreasing function. Now consider this graph. Consider the graph. Suppose it is like this. Okay. If I take this full region, is it increasing or decreasing? Suppose I take the curve part within this region from here to here. Is it increasing or decreasing? Is it increasing or decreasing or both?
Both.
Both, isn't it? If you take here from the up to this, it is increasing, then it is decreasing. Again, it is increasing, then it is decreasing. So here we can't within this full interval. Suppose this is the A and this is B. So here as a whole from A to B, we can say it is neither increasing nor decreasing. We can't fix it because in one side it is increasing, the other part it is decreasing. Okay, but if I take only this part, suppose I take within the interval AC, what happens? Is it increasing or decreasing?
Increasing.
Increasing. Okay, it is increasing. Suppose the graph is like this. Karthik, tell me, Karthik. Suppose this x and this is y. Suppose the graph is coming like this, like a line, straight line. Here, is it increasing or decreasing?
Constant.
Constant. As x increases, y value is not changing. So it is a constant. Okay. So now, okay, then let's go through the definitions. Okay. Let's go through the definitions. Okay, so increasing and decreasing functions. So look at the graph given here, parabola. Look at the graph given here. This is a parabola, isn't it? So look at here, the one side, this side, as x is increasing, f of x is also increasing, isn't it? As x increases, f of x. Okay, we are, if we move from left to right, look at here, if we move from left to right, f of x is also increasing. Again, if we move from left to right, here also, what happens? From here, it is coming down. As x is increasing, f of x is going on decreasing. But in the other side, it is increasing. So in some points, it is increasing and some points it is decreasing. So what is the definition? Write down the definition, children. Write down. Let I be an interval. Write the definition. Let I be an interval contained in the domain of a real valued function f. Let I be an interval contained in the domain of a real valued function f. Let I be an interval contained in the domain of a real valued function f. I be an interval contained in the domain of a real valued function f. Then f is said to be increasing. Then f is said to be increasing on I. F is said to be increasing on I if x1 less than x2 in I implies f of x1 is less than f of x2. X1 less than x2 in I implies f of x1 is less than f of x2, where x1 comma x2 belongs to I. Where x1 comma x2 belongs to I. And it is decreasing on I. And it is decreasing on I if x1, it is not comma, children, here. X1 is less than x2. Okay. Here it is not comma. X1 is less than x2 in I. F of x1 is greater. This decreasing on I if x1 less than x2 implies f of x1 is less than f of x2. And decreasing x1 less than x2 implies f of x1 is greater than f of x2. For smaller values, okay, I'll write it and I'll show that one, children. Yeah, there is some. So x1 less than x2 implies f of x1 is less than f of x2. Then f of x is said to be increasing. A function f of x is said to be increasing if x1 less than x2 implies f of x1 is less than f of x2. Now x1 is less than x2 implies f of x1 is greater than f of x2. If f of x is greater, for the smaller value, you are getting bigger one. X1 is less than x2. But look at here. F of x1 is greater than f of x2 means we say it is a decreasing function. We say that it is a decreasing function. Is it okay, Shubham? Okay. Is increasing function. Next is decreasing function. And if f of x is constant, then we say it is a constant function. F of x is equal to c. If it is a straight line, if you are getting a straight line parallel to x-axis, then it is a constant function. It is constant. F is said to be constant if f of x is equal to c. But c is some constant. That is, for smaller values of x, we should get smaller values of f of x. For greater values of f of x, okay, if as x is increasing, f of x is also increasing means it is increasing. As x is increasing but f of x is decreasing means it is called a decreasing function. X is changing but f of x remains same means it is called a constant function. It is said to be a constant function. Now look at the graph given here. Look at the first graph. Is it an increasing function or decreasing function? Look at the end.
Increasing.
Increasing. Look at here. As the value of x is increasing, now here it is 0, 1, 2, 3. As x is increasing, f of x is also increasing. Therefore, it is an strictly increasing function. Look at the second one. X is increasing, f of x is going on decreasing. Therefore, it is a strictly decreasing function. Look at the next graph. It is parallel to x-axis, isn't it? So in that case, what we are saying, it is neither increasing nor decreasing. We are getting a constant function. So it is neither increasing nor decreasing. Is it okay, Aditya?
Yes, ma'am.
So if the graph is given, from the graph, we can understand whether f of x is increasing or decreasing. Okay. Suppose we are not drawing the graph. Suppose we are given a function. How to find it is increasing or decreasing? Okay.
First, you have to make graph, then we can find it.
For all the questions, it is not. Suppose you are given a function like this: x raised to 4 plus x square plus 1. Is it okay? Is it possible to draw a graph for all the intervals? In some cases, if the function is very small, we can draw. When the function becomes complicated, is it possible to draw the graph? And for all the intervals, it is possible to check. In such cases, what we will do? We will go with derivatives. Okay? So this is another application where derivatives are used, where differentiation by differentiating the function, we can find whether it is increasing or decreasing. In which all the intervals it is increasing, in which all the intervals it is decreasing. Okay. So here we are going to find out the increasing and decreasing functions by using derivatives. Okay. So what are the steps we have to do? Suppose you are given a function f of x. Listen, children. Okay. Suppose you are given a function f of x. Okay. So you find f dash of x. The first step is find f dash of x. You find f dash of x. Okay. If f dash of x is positive, if f dash of x is greater than 0, positive, that is, if it is positive, then f of x is said to be an increasing function. F of x is increasing at that point. At a particular point, if it is greater than 0, then it is increasing. If f dash of x is less than 0 means it is negative, then f of x is said to be decreasing function. Then f of x is said to be a decreasing function. Okay. So when a function is given, first we have to find the derivative. We have to find the derivative. And we have to check whether it is positive or negative. Then we can understand whether it is increasing or decreasing. Okay. Now look at the next problem given there. Look at the example. Show that the function f of x, write the question. Show that the function f of x is equal to 7x minus 3 is increasing on R. Show that the function f of x is increasing on R. Show that the function f of x is equal to 7x minus 3 is increasing on R. So f of x is given as 7x minus 3. What we have to find here, children? What do you have to find? You have to find f dash of x. What is f dash of x? What is f dash of x?
7.
7. Is it a positive number? Yes or no? It is greater than 0 for all real numbers, for all x in R. For all the real numbers, it is always positive. Whatever may be the value of x, f dash of x is always positive. Therefore, what we can say for f of x is increasing in R. R is the real number. F of x is increasing in R. F of x is increasing in R. Right, the next one. Show that the function f of x is equal to, show that the function f of x is equal to 3x plus 17. Show that the function f of x is equal to 3x plus 17 is strictly increasing on R. F of x is equal to 3x plus 17 is strictly increasing on R. You have to prove f of x is strictly increasing on R. What is the function given here? F of x is 3x plus 17. What is f dash of x here, Shubham?
3.
3. Is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. Therefore, it is an
Increasing.
Increasing function. So it is an increasing function. Next one, show that f of x is equal to, show that f of x is equal to e raised to 2x. Show that f of x is equal to e raised to 2x is strictly increasing in R. F of x is equal to e raised to 2x is strictly increasing in R. F of x is e raised to 2x is strictly increasing in R. So try this one. F of x is e raised to 2x. So it will be f dash of x. Aparna.
Ma'am,
Yes.
2e raised to
Uh,
2e raised to x.
e
2x.
raised to 2x. Okay, e raised to x, it is e raised to x. So e raised to 2x, the derivative is e raised to 2x into 2. Okay, is it positive or negative?
Positive.
E raised to x value, listen children, you always keep it in mind. E raised to x will be always greater than 0 for all x in real numbers. For all the real numbers, it is positive. Suppose you have e raised to minus 5. What is under e raised to minus 5? 1 by e raised to 5. Okay, we have learned this exponential function, logarithmic functions. They are all e raised to function is value is be always positive.
So it is increasing.
It is increasing. It is greater than 0 for all x in R. Therefore, f of x is increasing in R. It is an increasing function on R. Write the next one. Prove that f of x is equal to, prove that f of x is equal to log x. Prove that f of x is equal to log x is strictly increasing on, f of x is equal to log x is strictly increasing on the interval 0, infinity, open interval 0, infinity. What is the derivative of log x?
1 by x.
So f of x is log x. What will be f dash of x? 1 by x. Now look at here. If x is negative, 1 by x will be negative. But here, what is the domain given here? What is the domain given here? 0. See, domain is 0 to infinity. X takes values from only 0 to infinity. So 1 by x is always greater than 0 when x belongs to the interval 0 to infinity. So f of x is increasing in the interval 0 to infinity. That is, log x is an increasing function. Log x is an increasing function. Okay, so write the theorem, children. This proof and all is not needed, but you know, you should learn the statements. Okay, for 1 mark question and all, it will be asked. Write down the statements. Let F be continuous. We know continuous function. What is meant by continuous function? When will you say function is continuous?
LHL is equal to RHL is equal to the function.
RHL is equal to LHL is equal to value of the function. If it is equal to the value of the function, then it is said to be continuous. Differentiable means we are able to differentiate. We are able to find the derivative of the function. So let F be continuous on closed AB and differentiable on open interval AB. Let F be continuous on closed AB and differentiable on open AB. Then let F be continuous on closed AB and differentiable on open AB. Then F is increasing. Then F is increasing in closed AB. Then F is increasing in closed AB if F dash of X is greater than 0. If F dash of X is positive, it is increasing. If F dash of X is greater than 0, it is increasing. And if F dash of X is less than 0, it is decreasing. F is decreasing in closed AB if F dash of X is less than 0. And F is a constant function. And F is a constant function. If F is a constant function, then F dash of X is equal to 0. If F is a constant function, then F dash of X is 0. Okay, and if dash of X is 0 means it is a constant function. Okay, is it clear, children? So if you are given a function f of x, suppose you are given a function f of x, you have to check whether it is increasing or decreasing. For that, what you will do? We have to find, Aparna, when you say function is increasing.
Ma'am, when f dash of x is greater than 0.
When f dash of x is greater than 0, it is an increasing function. And when you say it is a decreasing function, Tomlin? Tomlin? When you say function is decreasing?
If f dash of x is less than 0.
Yes. Okay. If f dash of x is less than 0, then it is said to be decreased. And what about f dash of x is 0, Aishwarya? When f dash of x
Constant
is
function.
0, it is a constant
Constant.
function. It is a constant function. Okay. Now write the next question. Write the next one. Find the intervals. Find the intervals in which f of x is equal to. Find the intervals in which f of x is equal to. Find the intervals in which f of x is equal to 2x square minus 3x. Find the intervals in which f of x is equal to 2x square minus 3x is strictly increasing or decreasing. F of x is equal to 2x square minus 3x is strictly increasing or decreasing. We are given a function. Okay, we have to find the intervals. We have to find the intervals in which it is strictly increasing or decreasing. So you find what is f dash of x. What is f dash of x here?
4x minus 3.
4x minus 3. Now listen, children, listen. Here we want to find the interval. So whenever you are asked to find the interval, equate it to 0. Equate it to 0. So 4x minus 3 is 0. So what is the value of x? Will it be 3 by 4? Okay. So actually the number line is from minus infinity to infinity. So here we are getting a point 3 by 4. Real line means it is from minus infinity to infinity. We are dividing it into 2. Minus infinity to 3 by 4 and 3 by 4 to infinity. And it is 3 by 4 to infinity. Okay. So children, okay, fine. Up to this, right up to this, we can discuss this question in the next period. Find the derivative and okay, find the derivative. We'll be discussing about that in the next period. Okay. Okay, children, end the session now. Okay, thank you.